In this week's episode, we have lots of project updates, plus a finish you do not want to miss. G'day, my name is Sean, and this is my weekly update where I share my quilting adventures. Let's go ahead and get started with our works in progress. First up is some project on a brand new block from the second side of the right, which is a project by East Quilting Co. We are working on Tinkerbell, which is this cute little one right up here, and we've made a little bit of progress. This is a super intricate project, at least that's how it feels like to me. So we've got this much done so far. I think she's turning out really nicely so far. And hopefully next week, when we come back, we'll see more progress on that. Next up is some free motion quilting on my Scrappy Triangles quilt, which is going into the State Fair in a couple of months. And last time I think we showed you this one down here, and we've done, and actually I lied, I think it's further down here. So we've done some more progress. This block here, this one here, and that one over there. So I am super pleased with the quilting on this so far. You'd think that doing the smaller blocks would be hard, but I'm actually finding it easy because you're not having to do quite as much to fill up a block. You're actually getting gratification very, very quickly on these things. Next up is a little bit more free motion quilting practice, but on the bigger block. I have these blocks laying around. This is snippets from cotton cuts, and I thought it'd be fun just to do some free motion practice. I've done all sorts of different techniques, just playing around. This is a great way to practice with blocks this size. You can either do the same block over and over again and actually see progress, or just play around and see what you want to get up to. And then I also did one more block from the Scrappy Stars, which is this one here. It's a nice darkish green with a blue interior here as well. I think this one turned out really nicely as well. So that's what I have for my works in progress. I have some finished blocks to show you later on, which you don't want to miss, along with lots more fun and exciting news. Before we do that, let's do a week in review. If you're new to the channel, this is a series of videos I take during the week, most of me sewing and also of any adventures we get up to, so I hope you enjoy. Last week I asked everybody what chair they use in their sewing room, and I loved reading all the responses. Well, some of you have specialized sewing chairs, but I think for the majority you used kitchen chairs, dining room chairs, or an office chair. So thank you so much for responding. I love interacting with you in the comments each and every week. This week I wanted to ask you, when was the last time you cleaned your sewing room? And please be honest, I did a big cleanup yesterday. You kind of can't see it in this area here, but if I was to pan the camera around, you would see a whole different story. I didn't take before pictures, probably should have, but that's okay. It's over now. But it's now done. This is probably the first time in, I think, a couple of years since I did mine. So no judgment here. We're in a safe space. So yeah, let me know when was the last time you did a big cleanup or straighten up in your sewing room. I'd love to hear. What are my goals for this week? Well, I'd like to get some more progress done on Tinkerbell so she actually has legs and everything else. I think it'd be fun for that. And then also get some more quilting done on the Scrappy Triangles because the deadline for the State Fair is coming up quicker than we all expected. What are your goals for this week? Now it is time to talk about our news and events, and I had a couple of videos come out this week. First up was my Back to the Basics series, which is a tutorial on some various blocks. You'll get to see that one later on. This time I did a 5.25 inch floppy disk, and it turned out really nicely, and it's a whole lot easier than you might think it would be. Yesterday morning I had my friend Stephen from the Idiot Quilter join me. He is always a lot of fun to have on, and yesterday was no exception. If you missed that, go check out the replay. It's a lot of fun. This current week we'll have another live Saturday morning at 8 AM Eastern, and I'm going to have my friend Kathy return from Yoga and Quilts. It's going to be a lot of fun to have her back, so don't miss that. Have you ever had a moment where you've been going through your fabric stash and said, where did this come from? Anyway, so I got these as I was going through my cleanup, and a lot of beautiful jelly roll strips, and I was wondering what pattern what Jolly Roll pattern do you have that you think would be really good for these sort of fabrics here? Kind of wondering what would be good. These kind of look like Halloween colors to me, because we've got oranges, whites, blacks, that sort of thing there. I don't do a whole lot with Jolly Rolls, but I thought it'd be fun to ask, what pattern would you use for that? I'd love to hear in the comments. And now the moment that most of you have been waiting for is probably the completed blocks. And first up was the 5¼ inch floppy disk that I showed you a little earlier on in the episode. So this is what it looks like right here. I think it turned out pretty snazzy. It brings back a lot of memories from when I was a child and used those in the computer at home and at school. And then the Halloweenies is finally done. The quilt top is completely done. I am so excited about this, and it turned out so well. So this is what it looks like here. I'm going to show you the best I can on camera, and then we will show you a photo afterwards, so that way you kind of get to see the whole thing in one frame, because otherwise it's just not going to happen, because this thing is enormous and I'm sitting way too close to the camera for that. So this has been a fun project. Now I need to sit down and figure out how to quilt it. If you have any ideas, I am all ears. I'd love to hear it. Here's a photo of the completed block there as well. This has been such a fun project. You can go grab your own copy of the pattern if you want. I have an affiliate link for these and all the other East Quilting Co Patterns if you want. I do get a small commission. It doesn't cost you any extra, and it does help out the channel a little bit if that's something that you want to get into. But just be warned, there is a lot of cutting. So that is it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button. Tell a friend. I always love hearing comments from my viewers. Hope you all have a great day. Happy sewing, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.